Recording. Okay, a few announcements. Please make sure you are checking your online office. If not daily, at least 3 times a week. Beachbody Corporate puts updates in your online office at least 3 times a week. So go in there and check. There's going to be something announced about Shakeology this week. Speculation is it's a new vegan flavor, but no one really knows until it gets announced. But that's going to come out. Also, please remember that 22-minute hardcore is coming out March 1st. So you can start positioning yourself right now to get people interested. If you didn't try it on Super Bowl Sunday, and if you didn't know that it was on Beachbody On Demand on Super Bowl Sunday, that's another reason to check your back office. It will be on Beachbody On Demand again on the 22nd. So you can try it. You can film yourself trying it. You can create an event right now for people interested in 22-minute hardcore. You can start asking people, like a really great way to generate buzz around it is to create an event. But you can also ask people, have you ever tried P90X, or do you like Tony Horton as a trainer? That just a simple question, just a simple engaging question. Or you could even say, who's your favorite trainer if you had to pick? Tony Horton, Shaun T, or Chalene Johnson, or Autumn Calabrese? I mean, I probably wouldn't do 4. I would probably do 3, 2 or 3. You could even just say Tony Horton or Shaun T. Who's your favorite? Start following up with those people that say, Tony Horton, I love him. I've done P90X. Start asking those people, are you working with a coach? Did you know he's coming out with a new program? Simple, engaging way to generate interest. We are also hosting a Coach Backstage Pass on the 22nd. Ariel will probably, I'm nominating Ariel because I'm going to have a baby, you guys. So Ariel will probably create that event pretty soon. And we'll get that link out to you guys so that you can start inviting prospects. If any of you are dying to be a part of it and want to help host, that's open to you too. Also, there is a new app coming out. Ariel's going to talk about it for a few minutes at the end of the call. So we will talk about that because she gets early access to it because she's an all-star legend. I have 2 more months before I get that access. Some recognition. Megan became Emerald on Thursday. I know she's not on the call because it's her birthday, but that is awesome that she became Emerald. Some more people that got Success Club points from our last club. Rhiannon got on the board. Leah Blakeman got on the board. Amy got on the board. And Ariel has already hit Success Club. So awesome job for doing that for the month. Okay, so now we're going to talk about 5 things I want you to stop doing in your business and 5 things to start doing. Some of this is going to be a little bit of tough love, you guys. Some of this is coming directly from the things that you guys have asked your upline coaches, whether it's myself or Ariel or someone else if you're not one of our personally sponsored coaches. A lot of these things are also things that I learned my first year in the business, and it really helped me. So what I want you to do, even if you think one of these things directly applies to you, whether it's because we've talked about it directly or not, I want you just to approach this with an open heart and an open mind and know that these things that I'm talking about are going to help you move your business forward. And that's why we're talking about it tonight. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you guys is stop giving excuses for your business. Stop saying what you couldn't do. Stop saying what you can't do. Stop saying what you couldn't get done in the day. Start recognizing the coach you're being. It's perfectly okay to have a bad month. It's perfectly okay to not devote time to your business if your life doesn't allow for it right now. But you cannot allow the actions you are choosing to take to dictate what is happening in your business. Meaning, you can't choose to get down that you didn't hit Success Club if you truly didn't put in the time in your business. Now, if you put the time in your business and still didn't hit Success Club, that's a different story. If you can say at the end of the month, I invited like crazy. I worked my power hour every single day. I invited people to a coach backstage pass. I did my personal development every day. I was a product of the product. If you can say you did all those things and it was still a hard month, because sometimes it is, you guys, sometimes it is a hard month when you are starting out and you don't have a large pool of people you're talking to. If you can say you did all those things, be okay with it. Be perfectly okay that you didn't hit Success Club. It happens. It truly, truly happens. But if you're going to give excuses and feel bad that you haven't rank advanced, you haven't hit Success Club, you haven't committed to your fitness, and so you haven't seen the results that you want to see, you have to stop giving the excuse for it, and you just have to realize that that is what you have committed to your business. You are absolutely the only one that can work your business. I can't work your business for you. I can't sell a challenge pack for you. I can't add a coach prospect on your team for you. And I will be 100% honest with you guys. When I was struggling to get to Emerald, because it took me forever, and it seemed like so many people hit Emerald like nothing. Like they got their spouse and their best friend to sign up and they were Emerald within a week. It took me 6 months to get there. And there were times when I would get down and I would say, man, if Ariel would just like throw me a bone and sign a coach up under me, I could get Jim signed up under me and I would be Emerald. But that wasn't Ariel's job. And if she had ever done that for me, or truthfully, if I had ever said that to her, because I never said sign a coach up under me, but when I would get frustrated, that would be my thought. If I had ever done that, I never would have had the desire and the drive to work the business. If I had had somebody else sign up as a challenge, as a customer for me, I never would have known the struggle to get to Success Club on the last day of the month, or I never would have had to dig deep within myself and hit Success Club. So once you make something a non-negotiable in your business, like it's non-negotiable that I hit Success Club 5 every single month. And I've done it since I've become a coach. And I will do it every single month that I become a coach, unless something crazy happens, unless I worked my business the entire month and I just didn't make it. If I did all that, I'm going to be okay with it. But once you make those non-negotiables in your business, you can't have an excuse for it anymore. Like today is February 10th. Truthfully, you guys, this has been a horrible month for me. I've probably worked a dedicated power hour, everything that I want to get done, maybe 2 days so far this month, with today being one of them. But I know that what I need to do to get there. So I know that I need to invite. I know I need to add more people. And your work that you are doing right now doesn't happen in your business right now. It's not a direct reflection right now. It's a direct reflection 30, 60, 90 days from now. I've seen a lot of you guys talking about how people are reaching out to you this month. That's because of the seeds you've planted. That's because of your consistency. That's because you put the time in. So yeah, everyone you talk to isn't going to say yes this month. Some of them might, but sometimes it's those people that you talked to 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago. So you need to understand that you have to set goals for yourself and you have to work towards it. And you absolutely cannot compare. Some people start this business quickly. They get there quickly. They get to diamond quickly. They build a team quickly. They have, 40 Success Club points in a month. And I'm not exaggerating on that. Some of us struggle to hit Success Club 5 in a month. That's okay. You're working your business differently. For example, if I could work my business full-time, 8 hours, I know I would be in a different place than where I'm at right now. But I don't have that option. I have to work it full-time around a family. And so I know that I may grow a little bit slower. But that's also something I've had to accept. I know I could stay up later or get up earlier or work a little harder or not take a day off if I wanted my business to grow faster. It took me longer to present the business more naturally. So I know that's what stunted some of my growth in the beginning. And you guys have to recognize the coach you're being. If you're just being a hobby coach and you're working this occasionally and inviting people occasionally and not being consistent, that's perfectly okay. I'm not here to tell you that that's what's wrong about your business. But don't make an excuse that your business should be where someone else's business is at when they are working every single day consistently. And if you want to change how your business is going, if you want to increase your income, if you want to build your team, if you want to have more successful points, you have to change how you're working your business. And if you want help with that, we'll help you with that. But don't make the excuse that someone else is driving how your business is going. Number 2, stop feeling like you have to do it all or that you have to be perfect. Start pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and work to your strengths. So sometimes I think we get overwhelmed that we have to be on Facebook, be on Instagram, be on Twitter, be on Pinterest, run a website, have a YouTube channel. You don't. Truly know what you have time for. I work 99.5% of my business on Facebook. I am really pushing hard to have one Instagram post a day, you guys, because that's where I'm trying to branch to. But pictures aren't my strong suit, and I know that. So that's where I try to push out of my comfort zone of taking more pictures, doing better about that, and posting on Instagram. But I'm okay with being on Facebook. I've realized I'm not probably reaching as broad of an audience as other people. I also know Pinterest is blowing up and people are getting a good response from Pinterest, but I personally don't have the time to put into Pinterest. If I tried to do Pinterest and Facebook right now, one of them would suffer. So I know that I'm going to concentrate on Facebook, and I just have to work a little harder and be consistent on there. But look at what you can offer and develop content around it. So if you are really passionate about healthy meals, like a good example I think is I just saw Nikki post today that she is offering like a recipe a day, and Nikki takes really good pictures of her food. She's doing Whole30. So she's trying some different things and she has a variety, and she is now developing that niche around offering those recipes. If you are really passionate about substitutes for your food, or you are passionate about using Beachbody to help train for another program, like for example, I do sprint triathlons. I have seen other coaches that do a lot of running, and so they will create a running boot camp around a Beachbody program. If you know you have the capability to offer something like that, start developing a group around it. Start developing a free group. Start developing something free to give to people. Change how you're running your challenge group. You do not have to do a 28-day or a 21-day challenge group just because that's what I do and that's what you are a part of. There are coaches that are doing like a Love Yourself challenge group this month. There are coaches that do devotional challenge groups completely around prayer and using a program to help kind of center yourself. If there's something you're passionate about, try it. If it fails, well, who cares? Like, you either need to change it, or you need to target it to a different audience, or you need to improve your content. That's all that is going to happen, is you're just going to have to improve it. If you feel like you're in a slump in your business and you only post pictures of things from Pinterest, you need to start changing that. Start taking pictures of yourself. Try a video. Host a call. Offer something different to people. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Play to your strengths. Play to those things you know about, you're passionate about, you want to talk about, but push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Number 3. Stop relying on someone else to teach you and start being a student. So truthfully, you guys, I get a lot of questions about things that can be Googled or looked in your FAQs in your back office. That's okay. I get it. I understand that you are looking to myself or to Ariel or to your personally sponsored coach to mentor you, and it is perfectly okay to ask a question. But I would encourage you first to Google it, to look in your FAQs, to post it in the team page and see if somebody else knows, because frankly, there are only a few times a day that I answer messages. So if it's something easy that you could have known 24 hours ago versus waiting for me to answer for you, it probably would have benefited you to know it then. So just look and see. If you can't find it or you're not sure, absolutely ask us or post in the team page. There are a lot of coaches that may have already found that answer for you. There are also a ton of free trainings. If you want to know how to do something or how to improve a skill, look on YouTube. I guarantee you a Beachbody coach has made a training or a video about it and put it on there. There are also a ton of trainings that we share in the team pages. You have access to a lot of trainings from higher upline coaches, and your back office has a ton of trainings. If you go in there and look under the Success tab, or if you even just search, I don't know how many of you guys know, but you can listen to all of the national wake-up calls from when they first started. So go back and look at those things and listen to them. That's one thing that has always been a strength of mine, is I've always done a ton of trainings from other people and places, and it's helped me a lot. It's given me a lot of good ideas, gives me content to share with you guys, gives me content to share on my page. So be a student. Go look something up. Go find a training for it. Number 4, stop being salesy or undefined. Start being unapologetically you. This is when your business is going to take off. Even if you have had success up to this point, when you start being 100% you, you are going to see the best benefit in your business. Define who your ideal customer and teammate is and start speaking to them. Stop trying to speak to everyone, because then you're convoluted. You don't get a really strong following for yourself, and you don't get people necessarily recommending you. If you are unapologetically you, that's when people are like, wow, she's real. That's someone I can relate to. She's had the same struggle as me. She totally gets where I'm coming from. That's when they start talking to their best friend. Like, have you seen this girl on the internet? She's sharing about these different things, and I think I'm going to sign up for her fitness program. You should do it too. You need to share your life beyond Beachbody. I'm sorry, but none of you guys are Beachbody only. I know all of you, and all of you have other things that are going on in your life. So when you aren't sharing those things, you turn into a salesman and people get turned off by you. People want to know what else happens in your life. In fact, you probably got started on Facebook without being with Beachbody, and people are your friends because they like your personality. They like what goes on in your life. They want to see those things. Yeah, absolutely. Weave Beachbody into there, because this is a part of your life now. This is something you're passionate about. But you can't just be Beachbody all the time. Here's a sale. Here's a program I'm doing. Share other things. Go back to that list of 5 things that are about you and that you're passionate about, and weave those posts in. And you have to share your vulnerability and your struggle. I would hope that none of you think it is a proud moment for me when I talk about being fired from my job. I would really hope that none of you think like that was the highlight of my life. Yes, it was a great event that happened to me because it changed the direction of my life. But it's not comfortable for me to say I got fired. It's not comfortable for me to say I was a really crappy person in a crappy state of mind. That's not someone I look back on and I'm proud of. But it talks a lot about where I started from, and it really allows me to compare to where I'm at and how Beachbody helped me get here. You guys will see Ariel talk a lot about body image and being that obese person. And I think some of her most powerful posts have been talking about stretch marks that she has on her body, or how she struggles with how she looks and feels. That's not a comfortable thing to talk about. And any of you guys that have those same struggles, you know that too. Any of you guys that related to me because I talked about being a mom that had no energy and I never wanted to play outside with my kids, that's not something I'm proud of, but it talks about where I was and the potential that I have to be, and the potential that someone else that feels that same way that you feel, that they can get there. You'll see coaches talk about their eating disorders. You'll see coaches talk about their addictions, the different things they've struggled with. You'll see coaches talk about how their marriage was falling apart until they started taking care of themselves. Believe me, that's not comfortable for anyone to talk about. But you're a real person that turned your mess into your message, and you need to talk about that, because those are going to be the people that want to join you and that relate to you. I'm not saying you have to lay it all out on the table on the first day, but I would like you to get really real with yourself and write down your deep, dark struggle that Beachbody has helped you with. and start developing some posts around it. If you want to lay it all out there, you most certainly can. But you can also breadcrumb it. You can start sharing some different things until you get comfortable sharing the next level. You can start sharing, like for me, for example, I talked about being fired. And then as I got more comfortable with talking about that, I talked about what a crappy person I was when I got fired. So you can add that next layer. You don't have to share it all at once, and you don't have to share it all the time. Know that maybe once a month of really sharing your story is a good place to start. Okay, so number 5, stop being afraid and start living your why daily. What is the worst that's going to happen if you invite someone on this journey with you, whether it's as a challenger or as a coach? The worst things that will happen are they say no. They ignore you. They cancel their order or their coach account. They block you on Facebook, or they don't accept your friend request. Or they may even say something pretty crappy to you. Guess what? You'll survive every single one of those things. And I've survived every single one of those things. Yeah, it stings sometimes. There's no doubt about it. We're human. We want everyone to love us and accept us and to know that we're speaking from our heart and that we are genuinely passionate about this, and Beachbody is something that has genuinely changed our life, and all we want to do is invite somebody else that we see could be great along with us to do it. But not everybody gets that, and not everybody is in that place to do it, and that's okay, but you at least asked. Your why has to be bigger than your fear. You have to know that you are doing this for a bigger reason. You have to know that you are adding people to your team because you passionately believe in this business. And if you don't passionately believe in this business, then I want you to really question why you're here. Because we invited you for a reason. We asked you to join us for a reason. We believe in you for a reason. And we believe in this business for a reason. Trust me, I wouldn't work to do this full time and to leave my teaching job if I didn't believe Beachbody was changing the world. I wouldn't recommend 21 Day Fix to someone if I didn't genuinely believe it could change their life. And if you know you are living with integrity, if you know you are reaching out to someone from your heart and you are genuinely recommending Beachbody to them for a reason, then be okay with that. If you know you're talking to someone and Beachbody is not what they need, that they need a personal development book, or they just need a free group right now, or they just need you to check in with them, you have to be okay with that too. Because the more people you help, the more you won't have to worry about the income. And I think all of you guys truly understand that and do that. I don't worry about that with you guys. But just know if someone's rude to you or ignores you or says they're going to buy and then they don't, or ends up blocking you on Facebook. I love when I find out someone blocked me. Just be okay with it. They're not meant to be with you, and that's not someone now that you had to waste time on getting involved and struggling with and wondering if you could have done something more for them when they stop responding to your messages or cancel their coach account or whatever it may be. But you have to stop being afraid. The worst thing that happens is someone says no. And if someone says no, there's someone else that will say yes. So you just have to push through the no and get to the yes. And this also comes with personal development. If you're not doing your personal development, you need to. If you struggle with still needing people to accept you and please you and say yes all the time, and you still struggle with how you're going to help someone, dive into personal development. It will help you. The more you do it, the more it changes your mind. Breathe it all the time. Instead of watching TV and about who got kicked off the island, because believe me, I love to know who got kicked off the island. But if you're struggling in your business, you need to do some personal development. And there's lots of good things out there. Personal development doesn't have to come from Beachbody. Les Brown on YouTube, if you're feeling down, man, I recommend you search Les Brown on YouTube. He has some of the most motivational videos, and it can just block out all that other noise. Sometimes for me even, I just play uplifting music because I just need to hear something good pounding through my head. So just think of all those things, but you have to stop being afraid, because being afraid stops you from sending that message. Being afraid stops you from asking someone that could really use this business. And when you are holding someone's destiny in your fingers or in your mouth, you're doing a disservice to them. So think about if we had never asked you to join us. Where would you be? Would you be mad that we have wasted all this time that you could have been working your business? Would you be mad that you didn't get started on your fitness journey? Would you be mad that maybe somebody else had to ask you that maybe wasn't as good of a fit? I would think you would be. So don't decide for someone else what they're going to do with this business, because that's not your job. Your job is to invite, invite, invite. So just keep that in mind. And if you struggle with it, I suggest you write out your why and you put it on your computer. And every time you hesitate to push that send button or make a phone call or talk to someone in person, read why you're doing this. So for me, I'm doing this so I can be at home with my kids debt-free. That's what I have to remember when I get afraid of sending someone a message. Who cares what they think of me if it gets me one step closer to being home with my kids? So just keep those things in mind. So those are my 5 things for you that I want you to stop doing and instead start doing in your business. So I'm going to have Ariel talk about the app so that we have time for that. And then we should still have some time for questions if you guys have any questions.
Okay, Kara, that was amazing. I think literally like one of the best calls ever. I took a bunch of notes. So thank you for sharing all of that. My thing is really, really quick. I got an email yesterday about the new app that's going to be out for Beachbody. So I have instant access to downloading the app and starting to kind of build like my next challenge group. There's also videos, just like Kara talked about in your back online office. There's already videos for you to kind of see what's going to be coming up. They call it like the coach portal. So it's something that you can use on your computer or your tablet or your phone. So you don't have to just use your computer, but it's sort of like the coach's portal to set up a group, to set up a start time, to invite people to, and things like that. And then there's the actual coaching app that you can download. It's for Android and it's for iPhones. So you can basically see what your clients are going to be using and seeing with this new app. It's very, very similar. They designed it to look very similar to Facebook groups. So you're still going to have abilities to pin posts to the top of it. You're still going to have opportunities to sort of have like a discussion or like a thread of people posting pictures or texts, having conversations. But what's really cool is that you're going to be able to even filter it. So if your clients are feeling a little bit like searching, maybe they didn't check into the group as often as they should have, and they're going to go back to kind of see your posts. They can look at posts just from their coach or just their posts. The one negative thing I think for me, I don't know if anybody else posts videos of themselves talking to their group every single morning like I do, but I don't think I can do that unless I upload it to YouTube. So I'm a little bit frustrated with that. But maybe it'll help me be a little bit more organized and sort of having series of videos ready for my group. So it looks really exciting. I think another huge benefit, because this is a huge pet peeve of mine, is when you have your challengers sort of submitting their weekly photos and measurements and weight, it sort of tracks things sort of chronologically. So you'll be able to easily go in and see, okay, what does their first picture look like to their last picture? Or, everything's sort of categorized and organized much nicer. I think the other thing that this is going to help provide for a lot of our clients is people who get frustrated with Facebook and they maybe want to take a break from Facebook, or if Facebook decides that they want to start charging us for using things like groups, we have this app that we're going to be able to use. So I think on the 15th, everybody is going to have an opportunity to be able to start using this. So my recommendation, this is sort of my plan, is to take time in February to figure this all out and then maybe start in March with trying it out. So that's kind of my goal. The last thing I wanted to say is there were a very select few people who got to have this like early preview. I know that top coaches or a certain select of coaches have already been using this. But, you know, I think it was elite coaches, all-star legends, or Success Club legends. I think that is so freaking exciting because I'm a 1-star diamond. I'm not a 5-star. I'm not an elite coach, but I still get these opportunities. So if you think hitting Success Club isn't that big of a deal because it doesn't matter if you hit Success Club 5, you still hit Success Club 4, you're still making improvements in your business and hitting commissions and hitting volumes. They do things like this for us for a reason. I've had multiple opportunities now by being a Success Club legend, like registering for the Success Club trip, now getting opportunities to do this app earlier. Being able to do these types of things is super, super beneficial. So don't discredit and discount hitting Success Club. Legend means you've hit Success Club 24 months in a row. So consecutively, you are an all-star if you've hit it 12 months. So that's just something to keep in mind, how another benefit of hitting Success Club. So that's all I have.
Perfect. And just so you guys know, when you go to Summit, you get your name tag, and they have these like ribbons on there that distinguish all your accomplishments. And Success Club All-Star and Legend is kind of a big deal too. Like, it's one more ribbon you get to add on there too. So definitely the recognition of it has improved, which is awesome for those of us that aren't a 5-star coach and above and Premier and Elite. So Success Club is important. It drives your business forward. Are there any questions? We got about 7 minutes. It can be a question on anything, whether it was the topic, something else that you're wondering about, but we'll open it up. None. No questions at all. Okay. I still haven't received any of your guys' baby gifts. I mean, I'm not holding that against you, but I mean, I do have student loans still to pay off. So I'm just saying I'm open for cash. You don't really need to send me a gift, but I'll keep you guys updated. Did somebody have a question?
Oh, it was just me. Most of us probably don't know your address to send a gift.
Well, that's why I'm not going to give it to you.
Okay.
You guys do not need to send me a gift. I would really just...
For baby things?
No, I really don't. No, unless someone wants to pay off my student loan, and then I will give you my direct account number to do that and my login. I mean, I'm ready, you guys.
That's funny.
I will let you guys know. I'm going to kind of look if something is happening that we've planned and I am going into labor. I'm really going to look for one of you guys to step up and help out on the team. Of course, Ariel already does a lot for me, but you guys all have the capability to do anything that I do. So, I mean, don't be surprised if that comes up, but I'll let you guys know. You'll be the first to know if little baby Graham, that's his name, when he's born.
Aww.
And don't post that on Facebook. I have some weird stalkers that ask me like every other day what the baby name is. So I purposely don't post anything on Facebook because I'm stubborn like that. So anyways, it's all that's happening in my world. I hope you guys are doing great. If you have any questions, just message. But otherwise, thanks for being on the call, and we will see you guys next week.
Thank you.